Maybe you've made a reel of short vertical video, but you're just not sure what to do with it now. Or let's be honest, you're just sitting at your computer and you're like, I haven't posted anything today. I want to stay in contact with all of these amazing connections I have grown. I want to keep nurturing them. What do I do? Hey, Monique here of Silver Paw Studio, photography and videography here in Fort Collins, Colorado. And oftentimes what happens with me and with my clients and fellow business people is that we want to stay connected with our clients and have that nurturing process down, but we're not quite sure what to do. I want to give you 10 things today that are going to boost your visibility and strengthen the connection you have with people that are already following you. And these are going to talk a lot about social media, but there's no reason why these can't be used in your blogs and your website, printed materials, anything else that you need to boost that visibility. To go along with this, I do have a weekly newsletter just for fellow business people like you called Snapshot Strategies. This is weekly tips to boost your visibility and make an impact. So make sure that you're subscribed to that too. All right, so here are my 10 things that you can post on social right now, whether you have a bank of content from me here or you've built up your own bank. What do you post? Okay, number one, behind the scenes. Make sure the next time you're working with a client or you're setting up for a client, the client doesn't even have to be there yet, you get some kind of a pullback behind the scenes. It's always so much nicer for someone to walk into your business or working with you for the first time and have a little bit of an understanding of what it might be like behind the scenes. So for me, I will often set up my phone just on the side, like of the studio here or behind this camera, and just do a few seconds. Just do a few seconds of video that you can later say, hey, setting up for a podcast today or a dog training or a big meeting. Thought I'd show you the pullback behind the scenes. Those are always popular, maybe because I'm a super curious person, but I always love behind the scenes. And here is a great place that you can actually be a little messy. Because behind the scenes often has all the cords, all the wires, all the notes, all of your waters and coffees set behind the scenes. It's kind of fun to see you kind of IRL in real life. Okay, the second thing you can do right now is post a client testimonial. Now, you can pull these off of Facebook or Google, wherever your testimonials live, and have that be just typed words over a photo. It could be a photo of you doing your work. It could be just a nice photo that you have. Even can be video. Canva.com is an excellent resource, by the way. Or you can actually film them giving this testimonial. A lot of clients are a little bit shy about that. That is something that I provide here at Silver Paw Studio is I can come to you, we get your client there and we have a nice professional testimonial you can show. But there's lots of ways that you can post testimonials just by taking the text quote. If you have a photo, maybe it's a selfie of the two of you after you did your services or met up. That would be such a nice thing to put on the photo and in the caption and or the description of that, wherever you're putting it. Okay, number 3, this is more practical, is highlight one of your services. Oftentimes when I go to a networking meeting and I think I know someone, they'll say, oh, and we do this. For instance, I had a networking meeting today and there was a painter there, and I've always known them for painting exteriors of homes. And she said, oh, and we paint the inside of your homes. I said, hold on. You paint the inside of our homes? What? She's like, oh yeah, I should probably mention that more often. This is a great place to mention those things you forget to mention often. For me, it's I can produce a podcast. A lot of people don't think of me as a person who creates podcasts, an audio type of piece of content. So highlighting a service, this would be so good for any industry, no matter what you do. And it could be a video, video, it could be text, it could be a photo, any type of content that you actually have. This is a great thing that I offer with my content packages, is we want to highlight all of these things. So if you've got that, this would be a great time. You can do a voiceover, and any platform you can highlight a service. And a tip here is that you want to highlight why it's good for them, right? So for me, a podcast, like, have you always wanted to do a podcast, but you're lacking the sound treated place to do it and a little bit of extra guidance? Guess what? You're going to get that here at Silver Paw Studio. And I am here for you. I'll help you along the way, right? So that's telling them what it's going to be like to work with me and talking about that service. Okay. Number 4 is give tips. No matter what your industry, you have a million tips that you can give people. And you're never going to give them enough tips to not hire you, because you are a wealth of knowledge. You have years and years and years and years of experience. This is what you've built your business around. So you have endless tips to give people. If you're, let's say you're a dog trainer, you can say, hey, this is a tip for when you're using treats. Any kind of business, you can give some kind of tip. For me, I often give tips on cell phone photography. So I'll sprinkle those in throughout the year. And that is such a great service to people and good to put on any platform. And again, you can do this either with pro footage from me or photos, but you can also just take your phone and show it. You know, if you have a product that needs a little bit of explaining, you can do a little film and say, oh, by the way, this is the best way to store it or to use it. And just a very short snippet can work on any platform, and you can do that really fast, and it would be very valuable to your clients. Okay, kind of along with that, but in a much funner way. Number 5 is fun facts. Everybody has fun facts. They can be really entertaining, and people love this too. One of the things that I could talk about as a pet photographer is, did you know that most orange cats are male? Yeah, isn't that interesting? There's all kinds of fun facts sprinkled through all of our types of businesses, whether it's services or products. You could give a fact of, this was invented back in this year. Some kind of fun fact like, this product is usually used like this, but did you know you could actually use it like this too? Fun fact, most dogs are named Bella. Something like that would be super fun, super easy. You can Google that or ChatGPT that and find a few really great fun facts immediately, put them in Canva, put one of your great photos in there and have that posted. And that keeps that connection and keeps you top of mind, right? That's the point of what we're doing here. We're nurturing the people who have already opted in to wherever we're at. Yay! All right, number 6, before and after. You may not think you have a before and after, but I bet you do. So this could be, like for me, one time I filmed a dog trainer and it was for a longer commercial for them. And we showed this little dog running around and picking up sticks and doing all these things. This was the before video, and the after is the dog is sitting there and doing just what they're asked to do and getting a treat. So that is a stark before and after. Yeah, I just got a haircut today. My hairdresser could have taken a before and then an after to show this haircut. There are so many ways that you can showcase befores and afters. I just have so many ideas. If you are a cook or have a restaurant, the before could just be all the ingredients sitting on the counter, and the after could be this beautiful plated meal. Yeah? You can think of befores and afters, and again, this shows that transformation. Before a client comes to you, this is what it's like. After they come to you, this is what it's like. So be sure to add that into your content mix as well. Number 7 is a Client of the month. So for me, as I do a lot of pet and people photography, I could do a pet of the month. This was maybe the funnest pet or the oldest pet or just randomly pet of the month that I want to feature. You definitely have a client. If you are in business, you have a client that you can say, this is my client of the month, and let me tell you a little their story. This is the perfect place to put it on a blog. You can hit on so many points with the client of the month here. You can shout them out, which is amazing. You could talk about their transformation, what it was like working with you. So many things can be built into this client of the month. And then guess what? You have a piece of content you can put out every single month, and you can do this every week. If you have a large client base and you really love to shout out all of your amazing clients, and that is something they love too, you can even do this every single week. And then guess what? 20% of your marketing is done. Okay. Number 8 is UGC, user-generated content. So you might have a product that you saw someone do a nice review on, or just like, I can't believe I just got my sticker pack or whatever it was in the mail, and it's even cuter than I expected it to be. And they put that on their Instagram stories. Reach out to them and say, hey, can I feature that user-generated content also on my accounts? Would that be okay? It's similar to a testimonial, but it's more, the user has already done it. So this can be a little harder to do. Bigger companies often hire people to do that, like brand deals, but you could definitely consider brand deals with people, and they don't have to be huge, what we used to call influencers. This is a smaller scale. This could be similar to a testimonial, but more organic, more genuine, not genuine, but just more organic, not as produced, I guess, not as produced. And this is just someone who said, oh my gosh, I love this service somewhere, and you asked to share it. So user-generated content can come in many forms. Number 9 is seasonal or holiday. And you might already have this on your radar, but obviously we have our 4 seasons. That is a great thing to just talk about. Everyone has weather in common. Like, we all go out and experience weather at some point in our life. So weather and seasons, holidays, there are so many holidays that we can talk about all throughout the year. And then there's mini dates on the calendar, like National Cookie Day or Puppy Day, all these little days of the year. There are so many lists out there. You would be super surprised to find out all of these mini days that have been proclaimed, and some holidays that maybe don't get as big a shout out, right? So consider that. You can run, again, a Google search for that. There are calendars out there people have made for specific industries. Very fun, and people will engage with that. They'll go, oh, what? It is chocolate chip cookie day? Oh my gosh. And you can even ask for their favorite recipe, or if it's Black Cat Day, I want to see a picture of your black cat. If it's whatever day it is, right? Seasonal, holiday, super easy. You could fill your entire content calendar with that, but there's more to keep that connection going than just that, right? So let's do one more. Number 10, polls and Q&A. So easy, super easy on Instagram. In Facebook groups, it's also very easy. I even believe LinkedIn has polls and Q&As. This is also a great thing to put in your newsletters, in your emails, and to just directly ask people. There's all kinds of polls. You can go from silly to serious. So this is something you can get a pulse on, maybe what is bothering your clients, or on the other end, what they really love. So it could be silly. Do you prefer dark chocolate or milk chocolate? Do you like Brussels sprouts? There is one person online, every 6 months or so, she starts an entire argument over Brussels sprouts. But you can also ask them, what's your biggest challenge this week? Or what is something you wish you'd have known when you first started your business? You could do all kinds of polls and Q&A. Again, I think this is where a chat could come in really handy, your chat GPT, your AIs, all those. And then that's so easy and such instant engagement. It'll give you a lot of ideas for really where your clients are at and how else you can help them. Okay, and I can't be me unless I have a bonus in here. So my bonus tip 11 is share others. This is especially if you are like, oof, I really am on the run today, but I really would like to post something. And oh my, I love to share other people's businesses, events, endeavors, articles. You could, and this would be a great thing to do on the regular, honestly, spur of the moment or on the regular. You can share someone's event. So if you were on Facebook and you said, oh my, this networking event would be super for everybody that follows me, or this 5K, or this fundraiser, anything that it is, my audience would also love this. And guess what? I get to shout out another person, organization, business in my area. Definitely share things like events, their new products, any of their things that they share that you think would also resonate with your people. Share it, tag them. If you're at an event with them, get a selfie, tag them. My networking event today, I went around and did 5-second videos with my phone before the event started, and I quickly went into Instagram Reels, grabbed a template, put 10 or 15 pieces in there. It already had the music, it already had the words, and posted it. And everyone was so appreciative and surprised. I tagged the networking group and I tagged the beautiful facility that we're meeting in that day. And everyone just instantly loved it. And so it's a great way to share. You don't have to go to those links. You could just share content they've already made, but it's so appreciated. Think of all the content that you make out there, and you wish that your impact and your connections could reach farther, and that your message could get out there more. Wouldn't it be awesome if someone else shared you? So remember that when you go to share people. Can I give you another bonus? Now, this isn't a strategy like these things that you do that I've given you 10, 11 things, but it's social media. Just while you're out there sharing things and just looking through social, remember to interact. Just press the like, but also say something in the comments. This really is appreciated. Again, how little engagement do we get with ours? Say a little something to everybody that you follow. Maybe even make it a goal. I want to react to, respond to 5 posts I see today. Maybe I'm going to say, oh my gosh, I love this blog, especially number 5. That really is something I'm going to incorporate too. Or maybe someone just posted their event. Wow, I already RSVP'd. You can say, I can't wait to see you on the 13th. If somebody posts something on Instagram, that is the cutest puppy I've ever seen. Is this your new fur baby? Tell me more, right? So keep those conversations. People want to feel like they belong. They want to feel connected, and you're one of those people in their world that they have opted you into. Okay, so this is my 10 plus tips to boost your visibility and your connection with your clients. This is what we do after we go out and prospect, and now they're in our world. How are we going to nurture them? How are we going to stay top of mind and stay giving value to them? And so next time they need something from you, or they know somebody, they're like, yep, I see them post all the time. They're fantastic. They're doing big things. You got to meet them, right? Okay, so that's what I wanted to share with you today. Remember to sign up for the Snapshot Strategies newsletter. That's every week. And also, you can just sign up for a strategy session with me. There's no charge for this. We'll meet on Zoom or here at the Big Barn, the Big Red Barn at Silver Paw Studio in Fort Collins. And I can help you put together a strategy for all of your content and what you want it to accomplish. So it's not enough to just put things randomly online. We need to have some kind of plan, right? A strategy, and I can help you with that. All right. So I'll see you next time. And as always, I wish you many woofs, purrs, and TREATSs. Treats.